Alright guys, we're back. We're back with something pretty neat, pretty different. Basically what you're looking at a JG prototype main chassis. You can kind of disregard the rest of the car, but the main chassis is made by JG. It's a prototype chassis. This chassis was made for the, I believe, the 91-92 Worlds to compete with the RC10. The chassis was, I built this chassis. It's kind of on the wide side, but it's not that wide. It might look really wide, but it's only a ½ inch wider than a standard RC10. So I kind of use some of these parts. These are 3D printed arms. It's kind of a custom style build, I guess you want to call it. I just wanted to put this prototype chassis in a roller form, and I thought this kind of had a racy look to it the way I built this car. Pretty neat, I think. I like it. I really like the way it came out. Again, that is a prototype chassis that JG made. It's, I believe, the only one ever made. Also, in saying that, it utilizes a lot of RC10 standard parts, stealth transmission, bulkhead, and etc. There's a lot of 3D printed parts on it from various other RC10 models, but overall a pretty cool build in my opinion. Let's look at the bottom of this chassis. You can see there's a lot of markings. You can even see it's made for a long arm chassis. The way the back is cut like that. So this is all prototype chassis. I did no modifications to this chassis whatsoever. All these little scratch marks on the chassis, that's all from JG. They were probably trying to figure a couple things out, where the holes go, etc. Looks like they drilled 2 holes here, and then they refilled them back in. Just a really neat chassis. You can see a couple holes actually where they kind of drilled and possibly changed their mind. Pretty cool. So this chassis basically came with the bottom, obviously, the main chassis, this upper deck, these aluminum standoffs, the chassis it came with, and it came with a stock RC10T front bulkhead with this metal piece and that front body mount, and that was it. I think it might have come, no it didn't, it might have came with a stock RC10 rear bulkhead, but basically upper and lower, the uprights, the front bulkhead, and that front metal piece, which is actually pretty big. You can see it's actually grooved right there to fit this top plate in. And that was it. Basically, I just built the car off of that chassis, which is, I consider it a long arm chassis buggy. So there you go, just something a little different. As far as the wheels and tires are going, let's see if we can get right there. They're Trinity wheels and tires in the rear. You see Trinity written on the tire. And as far as the front tires go, there you go, if you can see all that written on there. TQ 7.0, I believe. Team Associated tires. Pretty neat tires. Pretty cool. So there you go, it's a JG prototype chassis that was built for the Worlds, and well, unfortunately, obviously they never made it, because this chassis never made it to the Worlds event. It was built, and then that was pretty much about it. And you can even see another, let me see if we can see, I just saw it, where they cut the servo, you can see, and then they cut it, and then they filled it right next to it, that little hole there. So there's a lot of modifications. Look at this top plate. That's how they cut it. See that? You can see the cut marks. They kind of fit that in there. So there's a lot of cool factors going on in this chassis. But yeah, there you go, guys. If you've never seen one, there's a reason, because this is the only one. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.